Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttrading-solutions.com on a Tuesday, 5th day of March. Yeah, we had a little bit of a sell-off today. Welcome, everybody. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, sign up for the newsletter. I have a class coming up. Topic is going to be about supply and demand levels. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's get right into the charts and check it out. So here's the situation. Kind of a interesting market dynamic today. I don't think that today resolves anything with regards to any major pullback coming up here. In fact, if you look at the NASDAQ and the S&P futures, we've seen this before where we have a major sell-off. And, I was talking to my members earlier today and really looking to see what was going to happen into the close. The typical scenario that we've seen over the last several months with the very bullish momentum going on is at the end of the day, even at the end of the day, they come in and buy them, right? Or early morning sell-offs, usually, they come in and buy them. And you can see by looking at the chart as we come into the end of the day, it's exactly what's happening. We haven't really broken below any significant levels. You can see this is old support resistance. We're shooting right back up. In fact, we've already rallied about 25, 30 points off the low here as we come in. You can see the NASDAQ similarly, obviously much bigger moves in the NASDAQ. Typical moves in the NASDAQ right now are 300-400 points. That's not a big surprise. You can see we also came right down to the lows, trying to bounce. Russell not really participating as much. So I think at the end of the day, really, nothing's been resolved. This is a one-off. Tomorrow's Powell testimony may, in fact, if we get some further selling follow through tomorrow, that could be a change in things, but not really much of, I wouldn't really put a lot of emphasis on this. I wouldn't get all, kind of excited about, shorting and all that yet. That's the key. Also, under the surface, what was interesting too, I've been talking about Apple, been writing about it. Apple today, very interesting. After the overnight selling in Apple just died and just hung in there all day, did nothing to further the decline. So this is this is really interesting. And then you look at some of the others, NVIDIA really just still not even, you wouldn't even know that the market was down as much as it was. AMD also. So this is really interesting. There's a lot of rotation going on underneath the surface. So that's another thing, right? We haven't really seen, other than the mega caps, Google and Apple and whatever, we haven't really seen any real breaks aside from, I think we need to really see a break of NVIDIA or AMD or some of these AI stocks really to, really accelerate the selling and have some other type of situation. But that was really interesting today. Oil and gas did come up. I think we mentioned we're in one of the oil and gas stocks in particular. Aside from that, really, 10-year didn't really do much today. We did have rates come off a little bit earlier today, and then jump again. The next level on rates is going to be down at the probably 4%, I would say, there. And then the dollar also just was dead today. There was just nothing going on. Gold, as I mentioned on Friday, did peak again, trying to pull back. Looks like it wants to make a new high. There's nothing above this 2150 area. So this is going to be an interesting scenario. And does this mean anything? Also, that's the other thing. Also, silver came up pretty good today. And then, everything else really just oil, what do you call it? Crude oil, same story. There's just not a lot to talk about with oil. It just came off the $81 level and kind of holding. We got inventories tomorrow, and nat gas similarly still trying to make a bottom, I think. We'll see if we can get some follow through above 2. Elsewhere, not a lot going on. So yeah, very interesting day. I think, going into tomorrow's Powell testimony and the non-farm payrolls on Friday could get some resolution here to any further, see if we, this is, I would not call this anything more than just a pullback in the ongoing upswing. But, again, they had to start somewhere, but I don't think today resolved anything other than that. Okay. All right. Everybody have a great week. And again, sign up for the newsletter. I will be, posting some X on our new class coming up. And if you want to contact me, support@transparenttradesolutions.com. Okay. Take care. Have a great rest of your week.